What was life like in the early colonies? Many of us imagine that the life of the colonists was much like the life of the later pioneers. However, the life of the two were fundamentally different. The colonists lived an exciting, adventurous, but often extremely dangerous, lawless, and hard life. For the colonists, life was incredibly hard and filled with enormous amounts of work. It was filled with excitement and danger, and in many places it was lawless and decadent. The American colonists worked very hard. Both men and women usually learned trades. One such hard-working woman was Martha Ballard, a midwife who kept the earliest diary in American history. She had 9 children and took care of the family's farm after her husband was put in jail for suspected tax fraud. Throughout her life, Martha delivered about 1,000 babies, losing only 5 women and 20 babies. Martha was often woken in the middle of the small hours of the night and walked long distances to the house of the poor woman in labor. Laura Ulrich describes Martha's work. In such circumstances, it was comforting to have a woman with her. They would witness her efforts to ensure a safe delivery. Life in the colonies was very dangerous, especially life aboard ships. The colonists first came to the New World on boats. Their towns and cities were very close to the shore. Ships were the fastest mode of transportation, so all the trading and transferring of goods was done by water. Captains enforced good behavior by installing fear in the crew, with extreme and often immoral punishments. The life of a whaler was exceedingly dangerous. Once, when the Star of the East was out whaling, a whale stove a boat, scattering the crew. One man, James Bartley, was supposed to have drowned. The next day, the crew killed the whale and dragged it back to the ship. When they cut the whale open, they found the unconscious Bartley inside the stomach. After waking days later, he remembered nothing but sliding down the whale's throat, and said that the throat quivered as he touched it on the way down. Ben Shattuck. American colonizations were often lawless and decadent. One example was Port Royal. The Puritans conquered Jamaica, and when pirating was made legal by England, they raided wealthy Spanish ships returning to Spain. Thus, Port Royal became very wealthy. The city of Port Royal suddenly vanished on June 7, 1692. Ships sailing into port felt 3 violent tremors as wells shot water high into the air. People were launched far out to the sea as suddenly the city sank into the ocean, never to be seen again. Reverend Dr. Heath recounted, "I saw the earth open and swallow a multitude of people, and the sea mounting in upon us over the fortification." The American colonists had lives like no others in history. Their lives, though exciting, were filled with hard work, danger, and lawlessness. Thank you.